Hey guys, this is Steve Corian from the PTC community, bringing you a tutorial on how to make a bottle, a plastic bottle. It's a little different kind of tutorial. I'm just going to walk you through the thought process of designing something. So this is the bottle. I don't have the bottle, I'm just going to model it up. So the first thing that comes to mind when I look at this is the shape of the bottle is square. So I'm going to do extrude. And I'm going to start with my square first. I'm going to make mine 100 by 100. And I'm going to put my radiuses in here. We're going to use 15. I'm going to go to the geometric tolerances and equal those. Alright, now we have the shape dimensioned and constrained, and I'm going to exit out of this, and I'm going to make the bottle 350 millimeters tall. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to want to do is blend my bottom part of the bottle, so I'll make that 15. And then the next thing I'm going to do is the neck. Alright, so we're going to do a revolve. Now, I don't like to do my revolve on a part like this without having it go through the corners, which would be your biggest part of your diameter. I don't like to go this way because you can't get the right diameter. I want to go this way so I can use this edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a datum axis. I'm going to come over here top right and make a datum axis. And I'm going to select and hold control my two planes, the top and the right, and I'm going to hit OK. You'll see it creates an axis that goes through the bottom, through the part. And I'm going to create a datum plane now. I'm going to select the axis, hold control, and select the right plane, and it's at a 45-degree angle, which is what I want. From there, you can see that this is the widest part of the hex. So what you want to do now, is you want to do your revolve on that datum plane. So I'm going to define a revolve on this datum. It's partially placed, so I'm going to use my axis and the top as my constraints here. And I'm going to draw a simple shape. And I'm going to constrain this edge to this edge with coincidence. I'm going to make this distance 50. I'm going to give this an angle of 70. Oh, no, that's too much. 60, 50. Make sure you put your datum axis in. And I'm going to make this diameter 25.4. I'm going to hit OK. Make sure I'm removing material. And this is what my bottle looks like so far. If we look at the bottle so far, it's getting pretty close. This might be a little steeper. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to put my blend here. I'm going to hold Control so I can select multiple edges and make that 15 as well. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the dimple on the bottom. So I'm going to pick Extrude. I'm going to select the bottom of the bottle. I'm going to draw in a square. So I made it 70 by 70. I'm going to extrude it. Let's say it's 15 deep. Cut that out. See how it looks. Might be a little too deep. Let's try 10 millimeters deep. Hit OK. I'm going to blend these corners. Make it 20. Let's try 15. At 20. 20 is good. Alright, so then I'm going to radius this bottom. I'll leave it at, we'll do 15. Then I'm going to radius this edge. I'll leave it at 3. Okay, so it's starting to take shape. Maybe 5. That looks pretty close. Except it's almost oval. I'm just changing the blends to get a semi-desirable shape. Okay, that looks about right. So I just did 30 on the first radius for these 4 edges. Then I did 20 or 30 for this inside radius, and then I did 5 or 10 for this radius out here. So far our bottle's coming along. The next thing I'm going to want to do is I want to do the ribs. So I'm going to create a plane, select this top surface, I'm going to drag this down, maybe 115. I'm going to do an extrude. I'm going to select that datum plane, and I'm going to copy these edges. We're using the edge copy tool here on the edge entity tool on the far right. Then I'm going to use the offset entity tool. I'm going to offset. This is going to be the depth of our groove. Maybe 2.5. Change the direction, and I'm going to make it 3.5. Let's do 4. And then I'm going to accept that. Make sure you have removed material, and you have your groove. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that groove, and I'm going to instance it. Use the pattern tool down here on the right. I'm going to change this to direction. I'm going to select our axis. I'm going to put in 15 for number of grooves and 15 for the distance in between them. And I'm going to hit the green check mark. That's what our bottle looks like so far. Now, the next thing is that you have to do is you have to radius all of these grooves. Now there might be a better way, but I'm just going to blend them all one by one. So I'm going to select this face, select this face, select this face to get a tangent fillet all the way like this. So I'm going to do that for each groove. So this is going to take a minute. Again, I'm just holding control, selecting the 3 faces. This is probably the most tedious part of the bottle. But once you're done with this, you're pretty much done with the bottle almost. Let's see. Now I'm sure you could probably make this shape and do a swept blend and then instance that. That would probably be a lot faster. But you still have to create this shape, and then you still have to create a curve for that swept blend to follow along. So it might take just as long to do it. Not exactly sure. Alright, so this is the last one. Alright, I'm going to save this. I'm going to blend these edges now, the outside edges. I'm going to hold Control, just click every single edge so that I don't have any sharp corners. Still holding Control. This way I can change all of these blends at one time. Alright, so I changed that radius to 2, and this is what our bottle is pretty much taking pretty good shape here. I'm going to change this to 7. Okay, I didn't like the way that edge was looking right there, but alright, so the next thing you want to do is, now I know we still have the ring up here and the teeth, but here's the thing. The inside of the bottle doesn't have, it's smooth, so if you put that ring up there and the teeth, the hollow's gonna try and go inside of those too. And that's not how it looks to me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the hollow now. I'm going to hold Control and select this top face, and I'm going to make the wall two, maybe. Looks maybe right. So now if you cut a section, hit New, A, Enter, Enter, select a datum plane. Okay. If you cut a section, you can see what your bottle looks like. Now, obviously, this radius isn't big enough because it's a sharp edge on the inside. So if we make it 3.5, maybe. There we go. Now we get a radius on the inside. Because what it's doing is when you hollow it, it's offsetting this face inside. So, okay. Alright, so for the rest of the bottle, we just need to do a revolve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, oh, that's extrude. Pick revolve, select the right plane, now you can do your teeth here too if you want to. You can do all of it. So what I'm going to do is go to sketch references. I'm going to pick this edge and this edge here as my reference edges, and I'm going to draw in the collar, and then I'm going to draw in this diameter as well because it's thicker underneath this diameter. Alright, so just drawing in the teeth for the cap and the neck. Let's see. Make these 60. And we'll make the distance between them maybe 1.5. Actually, 2.5 looks good. And I'm guessing that this is maybe delete. Maybe, yeah, maybe 20. Get off that, maybe 25. I'm going to copy these edges right here. Oh, this edge right here. That edge. And I'm going to draw in this. I'm going to trim this shape out. Okay. This diameter is 31 maybe? Oops. Trying to see if these look too tall. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. So if I look at the top of the bottle, it looks like it's got those cut out. So let's cut that out. So I'm going to define the top. I'm sketching now. I'm using the outside diameter of the teeth and the ID of the teeth as references, and this way I get the cut that I want. Yeah, I doubt they're straight. So we'll put them at a little bit of an angle. 20. 1. Okay. I'm going to trim away the rest. I'm going to accept that. I'm going to change my direction. And up here I'm going to change this to selected face. Select that face. Make sure I'm removing material. And cut it. Let's take a look at it. It's going the wrong way. That's not good. There we go. Much better. Then I'm just going to select that extrude. I'm going to do a pattern. I'm going to select axis. Select our axis. I don't know, maybe we'll put in 6. I can't see how many are on the bottle, so I'm just going to guess. That looks alright. Now basically what I would do from here is I would just add my final blends. These are all kind of at your discretion. So this one is probably I don't know, maybe 15. This one is probably more like, yeah, more like 1. And these are going to be really small. Whoa, whoa. You know what I should have done? Actually, we can still do that. Oh, just before the pattern. Let's come in here. Well, what I did was, instead of after I cut it, you have all those different pieces to radius. So instead of doing it then, I'll just radius them now. So if you move your insert here in the tree up to where you did your revolve, just after it, you can blend these ones right now, and then you don't have to put in 1,000 blends later. Made that 0.5. Now if you go over here to your tree and you drag your insert back down, it cuts, you know, it gets you back to where you cut it after, and then I have to blend these because when they're this small, guaranteed they're gonna have it's all gonna be blended because it's the mold can't keep them sharp. So this is going to take a second, and you don't have to do this. I mean, just how it looks to me. So oh, it's thinking. Alright, let me save. It's a lot of blends. My computer was like, whoa. Come on. It's creeping. These are just little fine details. The bottles, I would consider the bottle done. I'm going to show it to you in a second. Go. All right. I guarantee this edge isn't sharp either. All right. Let me turn these planes off. Take a look at what we have. Okay, so this is our bottle. I just made it transparent. That's all I did. I'm gonna zoom in for you so you can see how it looks now. Let me take the transparency off. Okay, so really wasn't that difficult to do. The bottle's probably a little bit taller. Like I said, I don't have the exact measurements. Now, if you wanted to do the rest of the bottle, I mean, there is something that looks like where they inject the bottle at the bottom. You know, I mean, it depends how particular you want to be. See this? It's this little thing right here. So I mean, you could do that if you wanted. If you wanted to make the cap in the ring, it would be really, really easy. What you could do is just we'll save the bottle here. We'll create an assembly real quick. This will be really fast. Alright, so we'll create an assembly. I'm going to insert my bottle first. Put it at the default. Hit OK. I'll save this. I'm going to create a new part called a ring. We're going to make sure we use millimeters. I'm going to save it. I'm going to go back to my assembly and put the ring in at default. Okay, now I haven't made the ring yet. I just made the part file. So I don't want anybody to freak out. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to make them in the assembly, so it'll be really fast and easy. So I'm going to activate the ring in the assembly, and I'm going to select the placement on this bottom face. And I'm literally just free drawing right now, so just to get a look. Cap's probably 31. Activate your main assembly by right-clicking on it, and you can see I have my ring already. Now, I mean, the ring is not, I'm not going to put the little plastic retaining things inside of there. That's too much. But we're going to do the cap, so I'm going to save this. I'm going to make a new part, call it cap. I'm going to put that into this assembly. Open. I'm going to set it at default. Alright, now I'm going to activate my cap, and I'm going to select my placement as the top of the ring. So I'm matching the ID here, the ID of the cap, and then I'm matching the OD to the OD of the ring. So I use those two as references. I'm going to hit the check mark, and I'd say the cap's maybe, let's see here. See if I want to do it that way. Actually, we're going to take the inner circle out. I'll show you why. I'm going to open this and change the color. Saving and closing these. Okay, so now you probably might want the teeth inside of your cap. So what you could do to do it quickly, let's see if it'll work. Component operations, go to edit, component operations, cutout. Select your cap first, hit enter. Select your bottle second, hit OK, hit done, hit done return. Now when you open your cap, you will see that your teeth are in there. Dang it. So now all I have to do is subtract away this inner diameter here. And there you have your cap, the inside of your cap. And it matches the shape of the bottle itself. So that's how I would do it. I'm sure there's probably a better way. I don't know what the inside of the cap looks like. I don't have the bottle, so it could be it might actually be a screw thread inside of the bottle, but I'm not sure. So, but if you're just trying to design the bottle itself, this is how I would go about doing it. Let me make it translucent for you guys once again. So we're going to check this. Let me unhide the cap. And there is the bottle. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to comment and rate. It's a longer video than usual. 45 minutes is, generally way over my time limit. But I hope this helped you guys see kind of how to go through a design process and kind of how to just do it by seeing it and then thinking about the operations you're going to have to do to get to that, to get your end result. So if you have any questions, again, feel free to comment and rate, and have a good day.